Friday, August 23rd, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, I've got several interesting topics I want to cover. We're going to start over here in Europe, in southern Poland, where a rare lightning storm has occurred today, Friday the 23rd, and they're declaring an emergency over in southern Poland as a result of this very unusual lightning storm. Story was shared with me by Terry out of Ohio. Thank you, Terry. From usnews.com, dated today, August 23rd, 2019 at 11:56 a.m. A Polish emergency official has likened the lightning storm over the Tatra Mountains, and that's where I just showed you, right in this area here. I guess it's a very popular destination for rock climbing and mountain climbing. Well, today, a very intense lightning storm injured more than 150 people, and unfortunately, 5 people have perished due to a lightning storm. It's got Polish officials suspicious. That is highly unusual. Shows a picture here, says rescuers and a helicopter checking the slopes of the Gaiwant Peak for missing persons and anyone who might need help in the Tatra Mountains in Poland. Friday, August 23rd, 2019. 3 people are still missing in southern Poland after fatalities occurred during a thunderstorm with multiple lightning strikes hit the Tatra Mountains, fatally wounding 5 people and injuring over 150. You can find the article linked below in the description box. Once again, this is a very rare, unusual event. It's not unusual for people to be struck by lightning. In fact, we've seen it multiple times this year here in the United States. As far as people being struck by lightning is not necessarily uncommon. It's rare, but not unheard of. But to have a lightning storm injure 150 individuals, fatally wounding 5 people, is very alarming. It's, to me, part of the earth changes that we're seeing all around the globe. It's starting to intensify, and this is just another example of the intensification of these earth changes. So once again, you can find the article linked below in the description box. Another article down below from the Sydney Morning Herald out of Australia. Interesting article predicting significant wave height to increase around the globe. The average mean, like seasonal swells along the coast, are to increase by 5 to 15%. And they're especially expecting it around Australia. Starting this week, the average mean significant wave height to increase starting actually yesterday, today, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Look for very high waves, especially around the Sydney, Australia area, coming into the coastlines. They're already large at times, seasonal swells, or they're expected to be larger, and not only here, but around the world. And you can find that article linked below in the description box. Got many new photos at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Had one shared with me a couple days ago from a gentleman by the name of Jeff B. that he noticed from the International Space Station's live webcam as it was flying over the North Pacific Ocean. He noticed these unusual lines out over the ocean. So he had the presence of mind to take a screenshot as it was going over the North Pacific, and I can show you the screenshot and location right here. That's the location of the ISS when he took this screenshot right there. And you can see those unusual wave-like lines out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I want to take you to the Pacific Ocean and show you exactly where we're talking about, right here. And those things look like rivers out in the middle of the ocean. And he was very perplexed as to how that even happened. And I totally agree. They look out of place. Much like the lightning storm that occurred over in Poland. It was very unusual, out of character. Lightning is no stranger to Earth, but to have that intense of a lightning storm that it was so heavily concentrated is kind of unusual. Absolutely. Much like this here. I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what that could be? I don't think it's from a ship. I don't think it's from a plane. It looks like something natural on the surface of the ocean. But what? You can see something up here. In fact, I've got it in a different format where it actually shows up a little better. And you can see something up here that doesn't look like a typical wave like this here looks like clouds or cloud cover. That almost looks like a very large river, and I'm assuming that that covers probably a couple hundred miles at least in both directions, north and south and east and west. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple, 6, 7, 8 different unique surface features that were observed August 20th of 2019 as the International Space Station was making one of its rounds, and as it flew over the North Pacific. This is what this gentleman noticed. His name's Jeff, and that was a very unique observation, and I wish I could tell you exactly what you saw out here, but I don't know either. But I have to admit, I've never seen that before from that live webcam from the International Space Station, and you can find that at the website. I have a link right here that takes you to the ISS live feed, and you can follow the live feed as it circles the globe. And every once in a while you will see some things that are quite perplexing, and that is one of those examples. I've got some examples of some new sky phenomenon that have been sent in here recently, some storms, storm pictures, and some unique photos. This first video is from central Montana. It was sent in by Jasmine. Notice over here on the left, they were driving and it was dark or almost dark. I've lightened this up just a little bit because when I saw this over here, and this again is in central Montana, tornadoes can occur that we don't even know about. In fact, there's probably more tornadoes that occur than are reported, or that go unreported, than the ones that are reported. And I think this is an example of a wedge tornado out in central Montana. This was on August the 21st, 2019. And she was noticing the lightning in the storm. In fact, she noticed something very unusual that I'm going to share with you guys in this video. I don't know if it's something off of the windshield, because anytime you're filming through a windshield or any type of a glass, you're going to get light contamination. But she noticed something in this right there. Did you see that? Can't miss it. Doesn't fit in with the rest of the video. A red and an orange streak go across probably the windshield of the car because they were driving, but it was associated kind of with a lightning strike, and it was moving from left to right across the screen. So kind of was very surprised by that, and I find it surprising too. I've never seen anything quite like it. But again, anytime you're in an automobile or you're photographing from inside your house looking out a window, you're always going to get some sort of a contaminated photo of some degree. Like you can see light water drops on this photo, you can see reflections. It's a great video, and I think she caught right there a wedge tornado that was probably hard to see. And again, that's off the road, so I don't think there was like I said, any homes or a population out in this area. Central Montana is very sparsely populated, and I think that was a tornado that may have briefly touched down and went back up into the clouds and went unreported. And she happened to catch it on video. Unbelievable. Good job, Jasmine, out of central Montana. This is from Anderson, Indiana. Good time lapse sent in by Greg S. of a storm that went over Indiana recently. This is probably 3 hours worth of footage condensed into just a few seconds. These are really neat. I always enjoy those time lapses. Keep them coming, guys. Bloomfield, Iowa. Another time lapse. Actually, it wasn't a time lapse. It was a video that I kind of sped up. It's about a minute long of some very strong looking thunderstorm clouds that were rolling over Iowa. And he said he was kind of surprised that there weren't any sirens or warning alarms as that storm went over, as the clouds looked very, very ominous. And this is the leading edge of that same thunderstorm that went through Iowa. Lake Simcoe, Ontario. Video here sent in by Matt from August 21st of a purple-pink horizon with some lightning, like we were just talking about. Up in the sky, you can see there flashing very brightly. And here's another shelf cloud from the same location, same photographer. Awesome sky photo here. Look at that purple and pink sent in from Grand Rapids, Michigan by HGRACE. I get a lot of photos from you guys in Michigan. You guys are wide awake up there and on the ball. Good job, guys. Keep the photos coming. And now lightning. Here's just a few examples. I don't have any examples of the lightning from Poland, the storm that Went over South Poland today, August 23rd, but here's an example of a lightning bolt from Florida, from CAMBELLSVILLE, Stone Creek, Ohio, sent in by Sam, and that's definitely cloud to ground, not only one, but two very strong looking lightning strikes that reach up to 50,000 degrees. Fristo, Missouri, Julie W. filmed for probably 2 minutes. I took some segments of the video she shared of some lightning, very intense lightning that creates those type of panels that we see sometimes in the videos, and I do think those are camera artifacts, guys. Kayla from Indiana was at work and had the presence of mind to pay attention to her surroundings like we should all do, and noticed a shelf cloud forming over her location. Again, while she was at work, noticed that in Indiana. San Antonio, spectacular sunrise sent in by AUGIE. Look at that. Beautiful. Campbellsville, Kentucky, Carla C. of a classic supercell thunderstorm that's reaching high up into the sky, forms what looks like an anvil, and there's all kinds of mechanics at work in there, static electricity, moisture being condensed. It's really neat. That's basically what that is a big electrified condenser. Sheridan wildfire. This is a photo sent in from Prescott, Arizona, about an hour from me, up the mountain. Big wildfire going on. You can see it was thick enough to where it blocked out the sun. Happens from time to time up in the mountain areas of Arizona. Houston, Texas. Photo sent in by Joel, taken today. Spectacular, gigantic orange cloud. Pensacola, Glen H. Double beams pointing up into the sky. Good observation, good photo. This next series of photos was sent in from St. David, Arizona by Aku the Dragon. And what I want you to pay attention to is this feature here in the sky that doesn't look like anything else in the sky. Looks like a arch, a horizontal arch, but you'll notice a feature here in the center. I do invert the contrast and lighting. I don't do anything to the photo other than make some lighting and color adjustments, and you're going to see what looks like some sort of a boomerang craft. It's very noticeable in the sky. Look at that. Doesn't fit in with the rest of the clouds. Not 100% certain, but relatively certain that there was something there. That's why the gentleman took the picture. Good observation. Thanks for sharing. Fort Collins, sent in by Charmaine, of a very long linear storm cloud rolling over Fort Collins. Saharan dust, Ryan, Louisiana. Got some more shadows bouncing off some very tall, towering supercells in Rochelle, Georgia. That was sent in by Mark. Great photograph. Portsmouth, Ohio. Photo sent in by Penny of those anvil-shaped clouds. And there's a lot going on inside those clouds as they're reaching up. Like I said earlier, they're big, giant condensers, basically. Marlena from Wyoming. Here we've got one reaching down. These are just absolutely beautiful here. LUSBY, Maryland, sent in by KARISHNAKA. Look at that. Makes you wonder if you're even on planet Earth when you look at those things. Great photographs. Springfield, Ohio. Beautiful photographs sent in by JARROD. Look at that. Golden sunrise or sunset, I'm not exactly sure, but here's a sunrise sent in from Douglas, Georgia by Tammy W. Pink sky, Holtwood, Pennsylvania by Donna. That's a hallmark moment right there. Look at that. Another shelf cloud sent in by Craig from Cedar Key, Florida, out over the water. Kentucky, Alicia. Another shelf cloud. Looks like the cousin to the one we just saw. Another beautiful pink-purple sky sent in by Lena from Wisconsin. More pink skies, this time from Alabama, sent in by Kelly. Yeah, that's about as pink and purple as you're going to get. Good observation, guys. And last but not least, some more Saharan dust. I think this is off the coast of Florida, sent in by Deb B. at sunrise. And you can see that Saharan layer as the sun is rising up over the horizon. It's very obvious. And that Sahara dust is still moving across the Atlantic Ocean. And more than likely, as that dust is traveling across the Atlantic Ocean into the Caribbean and up into the Gulf of Mexico, hurricanes and cyclones will be at a very, very low level. So shouldn't be anything to worry about there. Don't forget to order your calendars here at the website. New tab at the top, this white tab, order here, 2020 Sky Phenomena calendars. When you click on that tab, it takes you to this website where you simply place your order and they mail the calendar directly to you. So don't forget to get your calendar. Website's always linked below in the description box at MrMBB333.com. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications to be Brandon's YouTube channel. You can also find it linked below in the description box. Good kid, and show him some support, guys, if you don't mind. Once again, website linked below where you can get your calendar. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.